Helsinki Hardcore Arena, Group H. That means, of course, Helsinki game 27 preliminary round. So Switzerland, desperate need of making it out to the quarterfinals. Finally, enough of 8th and 9th place finishes. Canada to win the World Championship simply.
This is a huge game. Finland, after its win last night against Switzerland, popped up into first place. Canada has to win so that it can regain its position in the first place standings of the group of teams here in Helsinki, Finland. As we are watching the Swiss national team take to the ice, they are in the white sweaters tonight. Canada is in red. Luca, what do you think is going to be happening here with Switzerland having to play back-to-back games? They played last night against Finland, tonight against Canada. Is there going to be a letdown, or are the Swiss players going to be so pumped up that they're going to play even better?
Well, if they play 5-on-5, they've shown it very clearly yesterday versus Finland. 5-on-5, they can compete with anyone and anything, really anything can happen if they keep away from the penalty box. I will talk about that later after the anthems.
Kanadan kansallislaulu National Anthem of Canada.
When the players bounce from skate to skate means that they're really ready for the game. Someone told me, but I won't tell you who. Brent Sutter, head coach of Canada. By the way, before we spend a couple of words about it, mind us, we have to say that Nashville Predators defenseman Roman Josi will join the team. He will travel to Helsinki, or is traveling to Helsinki, but we remain on the here and now. Cam was starting ahead of Devon Dubny. Dion Panoff leading the first line together with Mark McTominay. Have a look to the first line. Ibali, Tavares and Skinner, probably the most talented line, maybe not that physical. Sean Simpson kept an open place to the Nashville Predator defenseman Josi. And let's have a look to the second line. Max Strider and Lucas Biza, and the second liners are nearly completely NHL men or former NHL men. So Nino Niederreiter, Vic, again, Annenbull, who's officiating today. And so we got 4 officials representing 3 different countries. On the other side, Tobias Stefan ahead of Reto Berra today, and the NLA champion and very good goaltender coming out a very good season with Zurich Lions is not even dressed today.
Cam Ward is between the pipes for Canada. Canada roll to a big win over France, 7-2, starting to get their big guns going. Eberle, Jeff Skinner, all starting to get on the board. Tavares as well, they were on the board as well in the other games. But Canada has chronically had problems with getting goals at the World Championships in the last 2 or 3 years. Maybe they solve that problem by getting into the rhythm against France. We'll see early on tonight. And there we see Jordan Eberle down on the ice. He took down the referee with him. You don't see that too often.
No, I don't see that often. And we have to remind you that Switzerland traditionally struggles with underdogs, but at the same time they're very renowned killer of giants when it comes down to high-ranked teams.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Luca. I was thinking that here we see how Eberle goes down, number 14 for Canada, slides right in, takes out the referee as well.
Big crash, but no infringement. I think that now maybe a slight hit. I hope the ring.
He landed on his elbow, the referee.
Yeah, there was probably a very slight hit from behind. There we go with the first face-off, which is easily won by the guys with a white sweater today. Transition game denied at first. 2-man for checking. 2-2-1 to start to give the opponents a taste of territorial dominance by the Swiss.
Obviously, Brent Sutter, knowing that the Swiss had a very tough game against Finland last night, immediately said for his players to go after the Swiss in their own end right away from the get-go in the first period, and that's what we're seeing.
Luke Shen defending on the right side and getting in possession of the puck, locating the options, skating back now to it's Jay Bow, Mr. the Calgary Flames. Experienced defender, good exchange, good penetration, and the puck goes dangerously into the crease. Can we call that the first scoring chase? Maybe not seriously, but nearly.
No, not seriously, but that is a scoring opportunity that many teams are using throughout the World Cup here. This edition, oh! Speaking of which,
Damien Brunner at his first shift of the game, coming from the right wing. An attempt, not a very clean one by Goran Bezina, and there comes the Hulk, the Zook sniper.
Let's watch how it develops once again. Switzerland coming out of its zone, off to the right of the field, goes to the left. Right there, the puck comes over to Damien Brunner. Boom, it's in. Switzerland 1-0. Cam Ward, somebody left. The left side of Cam Ward open. Right there, that's Damien Brunner. He knows what to do with the puck. And Switzerland, right away at 1:40 of the first period, nets itself its first goal. Giant killers, are they here tonight, Luca?
I have a question for you. Goran Bezina from the left, was that a pass or was that a kind of...
Well, if you ask him,
yeah, I know what you would tell me. I wanted to know that from you, but I think you'll tell me later on through the game. So there's a gathering along the board. Who comes up the best? It is Severin Blindenbacher, chasing the puck and making strong pressure. Matthias Weber, one of the 3 players of Proton Fire. Again, a gathering on the blue line. There's the rise down, but it's not a penalty. It was a puck going off the blue line, then returning.
Here we see again the one of Canada's shots on net, and this is the Swiss goal. Comes across.
There was a draw pass by Kevin Romain to the top defenseman Ginevra Subvet. Bezina, and I think it was a pass. I think it was
absolutely
really a pass.
Absolutely.
Diagonal pass and very smartly waiting on the fringes. Damien Brunner. So the puck is back into the defensive zone. This is a very light clearance. You don't want that, but you want that from the Swiss standpoint. A very bad turnover and a very good save indeed. Lucas Beza.
Excellent work from the Swiss goalie, standing up, getting the pad out there.
There we go. Very quick transition game, wide open, left to right, all the way across the blue line. So from behind the net, Duncan Keith, one of the best defensive playmakers of the world, I would say. If you don't think so as the Chicago Blackhawks in the last few years, and there's another stoppage.
Well, you know what, Luca? I think Canada is still in the dressing room there. The first few minutes, Canada is renowned so far throughout this tournament, taking a little while to get, working out the creaks in the joints, getting their team going, and they paid for it tonight. Damian Brunner got in there, quick goal. This can settle down and as well at the same time fire up the Swiss team.
We see that both the teams did not shy to open the play wide from one side to another, horizontal and very daring passes. Again, we go with a similar move to the one that coached and determined the first goal for Switzerland. Similar play. This first opening act. The struggle along the corner and a big collision, but Luke Shen comes off very quickly to go and recover a puck. Now the puck is back in the neutral zone. Félicien Dubois, backhanded pass. It's Trustler. Trustler going to the bench, and another attempt from a bad angle and an offensive face-off, and not a perfect control on the glove, but it looked like there was not a big trouble there. So Benjamin Plus gaining his team. An offensive face-off who comes very, very well. Goal.
And watch,
yes.
Who is the Swiss player coming right in there? 96 Brunner. He says, I got a goal, I want to get another one. He's coming looking for a rebound. Not that time, but excellent attitude from Brunner.
Yeah, he forced the goaltender to stop the puck, therefore allowing an offensive face-off. He looks for a rebound. He urges the opponent to spend penalties to stop him. This is another factor we have to talk about, but not now because the puck is still in the Swiss zone. Time for Lucas Bizar to find a way along the board to put it back at least in the neutral zone. So Kevin Romy goes and proposing himself as a valuable option to reach the attack zone. Dion Panoff, the big superstar of the Toronto Maple Leafs, pass along the border was an offside.
Well, what we've been seeing and a lot of scoring opportunities, that many teams in this tournament are doing a lot of work up and down the boards. Therefore, the puck comes free in the corners, and they go for that centering, that quick centering pass right in front of the goalies, looking for the tip-ins.
Yes.
So we see that over and over again from many teams. Look for that again tonight.
Duncan Keith slapping the puck around the building, but it's time for another stoppage. One of the big issues Sean Simpson, we see him been working very hard on the last games and on the last training sessions, been power play. Finally, the Central European team has a very productive power play unit, but they spend too much time inside the penalty box, and with back-to-back games, it could be costly. How much, how big this could be, we'll see that. Another opening to the right side and another nice attempt, trying a combination left to right and right to left into the crease. So struggling on the board, Matthias Bieber, he had so many minutes in the last, in his first 6 minutes of game, at least 3 shifts. So back from your own area, better pass behind the door.
That last Swiss scoring attempt was beautiful, Luca. They had the triangle set up wide in front of the Canadian net. The Canadian defensemen and the centers are conceding too much space for the Swiss.
And Patrick Van Gunten understands this and puts it deep there, but there's another stoppage. So traditionally, defensive work was very good, and curiously, one of the nations that provides the biggest number of offensive defenders to the National Hockey League can't find easily the way to score, but not this time.
As we just saw there, the Swiss going again, looking for a tip-in. That time they just missed it. The puck is once again down in the Swiss zone. Canada is trying desperately to bottle up the Swiss in their zone, but to no avail. They can't get any pressure going on the Swiss team.
Max tried waiting for a puck coming in the high slot. He knew the puck was coming that way. So again, Duncan Keith and Jeff Skinner, the talented guy, not shy to use his muscles along the board. And this is Severin Blindenbacher.
That's the Canadian player you see right there, number 53. That's Jeff Skinner, who plays for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Sideway pass, a bit too adventurous maybe. Quick transition and a dangerous puck in the front area. There was a bit of a screen, so not the best situation for a goaltender. The puck goes deep, and that's an icy call.
And the puck comes all the way back down into the Swiss zone. Both teams are going for a change right now. It's 1-0 for Switzerland. We're going to see if the Swiss have enough gas in the tank to stay up with the Canadian team for all 3 periods in this game. Don't forget that they played against Finland last night, losing a heartbreaker.
Daniel Rubin of the Geneva Servette, unusually struggling at the bottom of the table in the Swiss National Championship. So the puck is kept in the area and it is lost. And it goes straight to the neutral zone, and there's another stoppage. So we had 9 stoppages so far. That will have the guys with the white shirt, because they got up very tired from the defeat versus Finland yesterday, 5-2, and they had to survive so long, and they demonstrated then when they had show tending, they suffer a lot. Probably more than the Canadians, but this is just guessing. And while this is a catch, it is quickly released by the Swiss goaltender. Good pass. Nice penetration on the blue line. Again, a rebound who doesn't count the Swiss right. Nice keeping. Félicien Dubois has left shot faked. Then there's a 2-on-2, and watch out for Van der Kane. Winnipeg Jets superstar handling the puck. And quickly on the other side, Andrew Ladd waiting. Probably on the blue line. Van der Kane. And from the left side.
The Canadians keep possession of the puck in the Swiss end, working around the periphery. Kane has it right behind the Swiss net, looking for a little centering pass in front of the Swiss net, but it looks like it's going to be the first penalty against Switzerland.
Goran Bezina again yesterday got penalized.
And Luca, you were just saying that Switzerland, here we see that last pressure coming along, some of the shots coming towards the Swiss net. And Luca, you were just saying that the Swiss can ill afford to spend a lot of time in the penalty box.
They paid for that yesterday, and they will regret that. Sure, it was Goran Bezina going to the bench yesterday. Very good captain and defenseman, powerful shot. Very good reading of the game, but a little bit of what they say. Switzerland very seeming pro.
That's right. There we see the Swiss goal scorer, number 96, Brunner, who notched his first goal really quick in the first period. Right now, this is a critical moment for Switzerland. They have to kill off this penalty. Number 20, Tavares for Canada. He has been a big playmaker. He's going to be taking the face-off for Canada deep in the Swiss zone.
Teammate of the Swiss skipper, Max Tribe, the puck is thrown away. Now there's a broken stick and a scoring opportunity right on Tompkins. Now it's changing the puck. Lucas Pisa doesn't really get in touch of the puck. Duncan Keith. He doesn't have very good option. He finds one. Very good indeed. Jordan Eberle. Guillermo Tonoiles. Watch out again for Nugent Hopkins. Duncan Keith. They exchange position. Watch out for the number 20 on the left side. Tobias Stefan. Duncan Keith fakes and passes. Takes a slap shot and then passes to keep the goaltender committed in the shooting lane. Now he might try that. Again, a good deflection. That is Swiss goaltender. So Tobias Stefan reacts very well now. The Swiss team in desperate need of a change and to put some fresh body. Again, Duncan Keith Oh, that was a sound we know so well.
Off the post. I think it went off the...
Yeah.
Here comes the next Canadian opportunity. It's cleared off into the right corner of the Swiss goal. The Canadians keep the puck in the Swiss zone, keep the pressure on, looking to work it around on the point. Here comes the slap shot, the deflection out of the zone. Switzerland has a chance to get fresh legs on the ice.
They change on the fly, not surprisingly. So Duncan Keith under pressure. There's slight pressure really. Now they get back and retreat and defend on the blue line. Very good.
But Canada, I think, did hit the right post on that one shot. We heard the ringing sound come out. We'll see on a replay later on. Canada keeps pressure in the Swiss zone. Another 5 seconds on the power play. Here comes the last shot. Dion Pinouf.
Very good push pass. The kind of you need no adjustment to make a very good use of. Yes, it's what penalty time is over. What a very good power play unit, but either wise we can watch this last couple of minutes. Very good penalty killing as well.
Excellent power killing, even though Canada had sustained pressure on the Swiss in their zone. Swiss goalie coming up very big on a number of chances. Canada has the puck in its own zone, trying to regroup. They throw it down into the Swiss zone. Both teams changing on the fly. Most shifts on the ice are about 15 to 30 seconds in this first period.
So we see Daniel Ruby helping out the defense very well, kind of wrapping around with the puck, not in very good control. Patrick Van Bunten leaves the puck. Then that's very good work by Nino Niederreiter. Nino Niederreiter combining against changing plays to the Van Bunten. There's a deflection, traffic in front of the net. Niederreiter coming out the crease to go chase the puck. Dubois, he gives and receives, finds a way to maintain the puck in. Good combination between Niederreiter and Roman Vick. First liners in since at least 1 minute, 10.5.
Good puck work by the Swiss around the periphery of the Canadian zone.
And again, Felicien Dubois putting the puck in the crease from the exact spot he scored the precious goal a couple of days ago. There's a one-on-one and a collision. And again, there is work for the referees, and there is also work for the special teams. So
could be a charging on the Swiss player.
Yeah, it's against Swiss player Mark Streit. So when you take your best penalty killer out of the equation for 120 seconds, you really may be in trouble, or really hit from behind when the puck was not that close. It's not just a matter of number 4 on 5, but lose Mark Streit.
Right off the post.
Oh, yeah, it was
right there, just like you said.
It just, in this case, it goes also down to the matter of who you have at the bench. Or Ryan Getzlaf,
the captain for Canada, and the captain for Switzerland is in the penalty box for 2 minutes. And again, we're going to see the Canadian power play. Yeah, the Canadians get the face-off back to the point.
And a very clean win indeed. So it's Panov probably combining on that side, not visible. That might be Mark Metal. So Swiss find a way to put it on the free corner on the other side of the surface. It is again the Toronto Maple Leaf, tough defenseman, driving the puck up. Not a good shift for the Canadians again. So that results in the chance to clear away, too close to the bench. Back again. And that's very, let's say, not effective power play.
No. The Canadians are going to have to do better than that. My compliments to the Swiss as well. Jeff Skinner loses his stick, stays on the ice. Now he goes to the bench. There's no penalty called on that infraction.
Penalty time down to 55 seconds. And again, a quick transition. Jordan Eberle, Duncan Keith. Shooting lane from the blue line, not allowed. Nugent Hopkins back in the corner. Closely checked from behind. John Tavares, again a good attempt, but Jordan Eberle has to adjust the puck. Will they shoot from the blue line? No, there's too much attention on Duncan Keith. Either you defend with a small box, preventing from preventing the attacker to cut through the crease, or either you take care of the dangerous men from the blue line. So Roman gets down and the stick remains clipped.
That was the exchange between Jeff Skinner and Wick, number 14, for the Swiss side. Some people thought a penalty should have been called on Skinner there, but the referee said no. Canadians have the puck in the Swiss area with their power play, still 20 seconds going. Moving it around, here comes a big slap shot.
Big slap shot, a bit off the target, so the puck flies back. This is very welcome to the European team. And again, John Tavares. Tavares flies straight to the net, but the puck doesn't come his way. So skating on the outside allowed. Goran Bezina pushing the puck driver along the fiberglass. Again, good attack and good defense. 1-on-1, you clearly see the couples. Bezina loses the sight of the puck for a little while.
Look at number 20 for Canada. He's dragging that puck along. The strength that he has to move that puck along the boards, even though he's under pressure from the Swiss players. And there!
What? Falling down, off balance. Nugent up against found a way to maintain. Again, it's Mark Metop slapping the puck around. Kept in very well by Evander Kane, and it's time to give it a stop.
Tobias Stefan, the Swiss goalie, he is squeezing the puck every time. Very few rebounds coming out for the Canadian players. Excellent, excellent technical execution from the Swiss team. These, when they have penalties like this, sometimes it gets teams down, but when teams such as Switzerland can fend off a couple of penalties from a big team like Canada, all of a sudden they get pumped up and it gives them a real shot in the arm. We'll see how Switzerland can end this first period.
Well, there's someone having fun and having a seat on the stands, and well, you can see the thing two ways. Well, when you resist 120 seconds with your captain off, you really think that you're stronger, that might be helping your morale. On the other side, it is very humane.
Absolutely. Like I say, as long as it just happens once or twice, if it starts becoming a habit that you have somebody in the penalty box, then it's a different story.
6 minutes left to go in the opening period. Kevin Romy trying to take the puck away from Geslav. Strike back from the penalty box. Lucas Biza.
It's full strength right now. Switzerland has the puck, pulling it out into the center ice area, throwing it down onto Cam Ward, the Canadian goalie, who turns it into the right-hand corner.
The puck is not kept in, so they have to regroup and rebuild. They do it pretty well. Kevin Romy had a terrific season in a not winning side like Lugano, probably the best in the last 7 years on the southern Switzerland club, before returning back to his native region of Geneva. I think he's played very, very well this championship. You know, he's giving probably his best, and Cameron is giving his best, stopping a puck.
And there again, we see an example of throwing the puck from the corner right into the net, low, right in at that zone. Cam Ward had a bit of a problem with that last shot. Let's have a look at it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Looks tougher from here, doesn't it?
That's right.
So again, a Red Wing in the face-off area. The open-off diagonal pass to Jordan Eberle, kept away and squeezed on the fiberglass by Félicien Dubois. Good work by the Total Flyers defenseman. He has to rush back to check the same man again. Goran Bezina patrolling well near leader right, misses the touch with the puck. That results in a very dangerous turnover. There is a backhand attempt, but there was a certain screen, so it was dangerous anyway, even though not very convincing shot. And there's a player in the ice, and Félicien Dubois says to the ref, "I have done nothing wrong yet." So time to put the puck in the corner to regroup. Not a brilliant shift for the Swiss guys. Mark Metop with a special protection. puck is thrown back in the corner. It's a one-on-one behind the net. And again, Danny Rubin trying to slap that away. Lukshen Traxler. He dives down. He wanted to find a connection in the crease. Doesn't come. Skating back is very important in this moment. The combination to the high slot doesn't work, but the net is dislodged, so there is a bit of a breather for the refs and for the two teams.
There we're having a look at Jeff Skinner, number 53 for Canada, sitting on the Canadian bench. The net came off its moorings. That's where we have stoppage in play right now. We're having a look at how Jeff has been participating in this first period.
Yeah, good work by Félicien Dubois. Then the puck, the tweak got tangled in. And Jeff Skinner is closely checked and not surprised with that.
No, he's an excellent player. He brings a lot of energy and often creates many scoring opportunities together with the number 20 from Canada, John Tavares.
Both Tavares and Skinner, they got the talent, so they get physically challenged because yet they're very young. They got time to build up their upper body and the legs again.
Here we're seeing that last opportunity coming along. Nugent Hopkins just can't get to the puck. That would have been a sure goal. And right there, we see the net coming off the moorings, and the piece of metal that actually fixes the net into the ice has been bent. That's why we had a bit of a stoppage in play right now. They seem to have gotten that fixed, and we're going to get back right to the action now.
Evander Kane's line in. Trying control of the puck and good control. Kevin Romith finishing his check. Very slow but dangerous action. Now again, puck back in the neutral zone. Who's chasing that for the Canadians? Keith Duncan and Jay Bowmister. Plenty of experience in these two defensemen, all the same age. One with the Chicago Blackhawks, the other one with the Calgary Flames. The combination works, but the puck is not well used in the high slot, so it's a reverse dump to the far corner. Again, it's Corey Perry, the unnamed Ducks. Champion making it, pushing that wide, sideways pass and a long one. Félicien Dubois reducing the quality of the passes. Most of the time, is very clever to put himself in the passing lane. Bruna bit under a bit of pressure, but not that much. And that's a nice thing. That means that the players are a little bit tired, and I understand this.
Jan Vanoth, number 3 for Canada, gets the puck sends it right back down to the Swiss area for the next face-off. Brent Sutter, the head coach of Canada, he comes from the famous Sutter family of hockey from southern Alberta. He is obviously has a big job to keep his players centered. Here they are trying to create pressure on the Swiss in their zone, but the Swiss have none of that and handily bring the puck out of their own zone and look to create once again some pressure on the Canadians by dumping it down into their zone. The Canadians bring it back into the mid-ice area.
That's Marc Methot again. Real stick dump, and we've seen nothing very good from the face-off area from the Swiss. We've seen a couple of very clean winning the Canadians.
Well, you know, that could also be like the Swiss are able to get in there and chip away on the various face-offs, not giving the Canadian centermen a clean face-off. Yeah. And that means a lot over the space of a game or even in a period as well.
2 minutes left in the opening period. Yesterday, it was clear 5-on-5 Switzerland played at the same level of the reigning champions of Finland. They got caught short in crucial moment, and after probably avoidable penalties. Vera and Stefan are very strong, but believe us, they will show us more when they feel confident enough to move forward and take the space out of the attackers. You have to make sure they don't get caught off the guard, and that's not the case. Good pressure by the Canadians. Jeff Skinner skates and finishes his check to demonstrate that he's coming also. Physical play. Yeah, whoa, not a good pass from the goaltender to Jay Bowmister. Finds himself over the puck. 1 minute left in the opening period. Puck up in the air and to the corner. Bo missed. The puck is thrown. It's a dump, but the chase is a bit late. Diagonal pass, which is not picked up promptly by Dennis Rubin.
We're coming up to about 40 seconds left in the first period. The Swiss have possession of the puck. Bringing it down into Canadian zone.
Philip Furel loses control of the puck. Patrick Sharp again, the Chicago Blackhawks scoring machine. The puck is deep there, 23 seconds left, so time enough to manufacture a good attack. Kevin Romeo, well, he's playing, and there is an offensive face-off. 30 seconds left, 14 seconds left, sorry.
Here we have a look at some of the work of Tobias Stefan in this first period. That one went off the post. And off in the post, here's a few more of the Canadian scoring opportunities. But you know, the posts, the goal posts, are oftentimes the goalie's best friend.
Yes, I heard that before. Was it from you, maybe? So it's Gio Panov. Panov tries to put it to his defense lines. Made to Mark Meteau, but the time is over. I am sure, I trust you had great fun like we did. So back in about 10 minutes for the middle period.
1-0 for Team Switzerland.
Mark, I'll give you a couple of keywords to see if you have something to comment about the single words. I say Damien Brunner, penalty box, Mark Streit.
Damien Brunner, excellent. Saw an opportunity, gets in there, gets that goal, gets Swiss up to a 1-0 situation in the first period. Penalty box for Streit. Well, you know, you got to keep yourself out of that penalty box. You're the captain. You're supposed to be setting the example. In this second period, I wouldn't be surprised to see more of the checking line from the Swiss out there, trying to give just a little bit of a break for the first three lines, trying to save a little bit of gas in the tank for the third period. Cam Ward, as we see here, he's the Canadian goalie. Tobias Stefan, fantastic work from Tobias Stefan for Switzerland in the first period. We're coming up real quick to the opening face-off for the second period. Canada has to up its game in this second period. There we see the goal scorer.
Yeah, there we go with Brunner. So it would be very much Sean Simpson to have a wide use of the checker line in this middle period, because he has very good players indeed. You got Morris Traxler, a defensive center, which is very precious in the face-off area, and he's shutting down and lining up with the defenseman on the blue line. Ben Benjamin plus Patrick von Gulten, and again the champions of the Zurich Lions, Matthias Seger.
Well, you know, it's a gamble. It's always a gamble when you're playing against a team like Canada. If you can get in, let's say 5, 7, maybe even 10 minutes of it. Oh! There was a good opportunity for Eberle. He tried to bring it from around behind the net to stuff it in the corner. But Tobias Stefan, he was there. Canada trying to set up some pressure on the Swiss right away, right from the get-go in the first period.
Great supportive defense and the score. And the score. Defensive support from Andreas Hamburg, not enough.
There's that first line coming out there. Skinner, Panouf, Eberle, and Tavares. It's always this line for Canada that comes out and is getting the production. They get that quick goal. Just as Switzerland got the quick goal in the first period, Jordan Eberle from the Edmonton Oilers, he played his junior at the Regina Pats. Here we see it in front of the net. Last touches from Jordan Eberle. It's in. Watch it again.
How much you like to remember his Regina Pats stint, and how much you like this kind of bang scores.
That's right.
Oh yes, there we see how difficult it was to Tobias Stefan. Very easy task because he resisted an attempt a dozen seconds before that. So the equalizer has come. Canada 1, Switzerland 1, not even 1 minute into the second period. So it's a game.
Well, of course, just as I'm saying that Tobias Stefan is playing a fantastic game, they give up a goal, but that doesn't mean that his overall performance isn't absolutely fantastic. We're going to see what happens to the Swiss team right now. If they're able to resist for the next few minutes, or if Canada turns up the heat and starts popping in goals.
Good minutes also. Kai Kwesi. Now it's Traxler. Here we go, as you predicted, with a checker line. Duncan Keith trying to get hold of the puck and centralize. And now skating back. Strong pass, which is not stopped and controlled by Evander Kane. So the puck goes forward, and so that's Ryan Gessler, one of the 2 Anaheim Ducks players present on the ice. The other one being Lucas Pisa.
Here again, we see that last goal from Canada, Eberle. It's called hockey sense, getting yourself into the right position, waiting for the rebounds. And again, what was it, Luca? A rebound.
A rebound, a ricochet, a puck which is not stopped, a little bit of screening, and maybe also the experience with the Regina Pats. We cannot downplay this factor. Well, there is another wrister which goes dangerously and direction. Now Tobias Stefan heeling down. The puck is controlled and cleared, but kept in again. Now, again, Damien Brunner. Not a very good transition, but enough to get a bit of a breath. Now, in strong need of wrist. But before that, you needed clearance. So the puck is again into the Swiss zone. So you don't want to spend so much time into your defensive zone, do you? And Brunner trying a soft touch that doesn't come. Luke Shen, Mister, so chasing the puck far away is Ryan O'Reilly of the Colorado Avalanche. And here we go with a well-deserved close-up to John Tavares, the New York Islanders superstar.
Well, now you see, we're going to have to work this out. Look how it goes. Maybe Tavares got the last touch because it went off his skate, then underneath the goalie. I think they've changed it. The goal from Eberle, and they gave it to John Tavares. At the end of the day, it's a Canadian goal.
Well, style-wise, right? Style-wise, we don't want to confuse the spectators too much, but the puck is dangerously left for a little wide in front of Camwood region. And this is a good steal. Defensive turnover by the Canadians. A 1-on-1 win again. The second one, the drop pass. Is understood very well by Danny Solestein, the Cloton Flyers forward, reads very well, and he works in the back of the backhand. Big falling down, straight. A snapshot from the blue line. The puck flies up into the netting. Therefore, there is a stop.
Wonderful opportunity for Wick, number 14. Watch how he comes in right in front of Cam Ward. Got a shot. Open net. Pop it in. Oh, no. So close, yet so far.
Have a look to Mark Metal, number 33. Taking. And
Again, we see the importance of rebounds. As we go through this tournament, as we start getting to the crunch time, the goalies who give up the fewest rebounds, who keep it clean, let's call it clean, in front of the respective nets, getting the puck away from that net, they're going to be the ones, obviously, who concede far fewer opportunities to the other team.
And also we saw a very good piece of refereeing. And the net is dislodged. Is there a penalty? Maybe a slight interference, maybe.
That was Jeff Skinner going into the net.
He's becoming every month more physical. He's been targeted.
Again, there's the situation that you see again quite often in this tournament. The quick centering pass from the corner. The other players coming in hard towards the net, looking for the tap-in.
So back to the drop, which is wrong some way to the Canadians. Some way, so the of a long stretch pass, which is not completed. Roman Big, the former NHL, now with the Cloton Flyers, touches the puck. Time to come back and see what the Canadians try to do. On the other side of the ice, John Tavares. John Tavares trying to keep the puck in. He was waiting for a turnover who didn't come his way. So, but when placed, the defense shows a bit too long. Andreas Sambul can't complete. There's a slashing call. So he gets away with something anyway, doesn't he?
Yes, number 3, Panouf, Dion Panouf for Canada gets himself a slashing penalty. We're going to see the Swiss power play coming out there. Hold on. I'm sorry, it was John Tavares.
It was John Tavares that we see more clearly. Andreas Sambul takes away Duncan Keith with him. Then he goes to take a place to the side of the crease. Very good one. Well, we have to underline a very good piece of refereeing. So behind the main referee's back, there was a bit of interference in the face of fire. So the linesman saw that and told the guys, don't do that, kid. I don't like this. Goran Buzina patrolling pretty well. Armin Brunner.
Here come the Swiss. They're looking to set up some pressure. You keep the pressure on the Canadians. The Canadians say, not this time, my friends.
Penalty time reduced on 30 seconds, so 90 seconds remaining. Félicien Dubois goes to pick a puck under pressure. So the goaltender is stickless. It is quite dangerous, isn't it?
That's right. The Swiss goalie lost the stick right behind the net. It's still sitting there because he doesn't want to come out. That's a very tense situation for a goalie having to play without a stick.
Evander Kane skating around in control. Andrew Ladd, have a look also Félicien Dubois stickless. And let's not forget that they got
a power play as well.
It's a power play, and where are the benches in the second period? On the other side of the building, so it's a nightmare really. Another lost stick. What's going on?
We just had a Swiss goalie without a stick. One of the Swiss
on the ice. Oh yes.
Okay, there we ended.
Mission accomplished.
Tobias Steffen, he lost his stick.
Dubois either.
Watch right there. There goes the goalie stick behind the goalie stick. Gets knocked out of his hand. Behind the net. As well, one of the defensemen lost his stick. It was a Canadian power play, 5-on-4.
What more? You'll see that quite often. And again, we see the strategy of putting a man far from the ball side.
Well,
Last try. Again. Many teams always work like that on the 5-on-5. That's a dangerous rebound. Good work on the first post by Camwood. Also the transition is pretty good. No passing lane or shooting lane allowed, so the Canadians have to regroup back from the zone. Penalty time over. Teams have full strength. Mark stride. Waiting for the puck in the corner. Change on the fly for the team which has the puck on the other zone.
Both teams have got fresh legs on the ice. Swiss come down, give another try. Puck bounces behind the Canadian net.
Good control.
Mays are able to get the puck out into the mid-ice area.
Okay, Ryan Getzlaff trying to combine with Andrew Ladd. Watch out for Van der Kane. Here we go, Van der Kane. The big shot, which is easily deflected. Again, Van der Kane backhanded for the second time, this time from the high slot. This is Duncan Keith. Duncan Keith, puck circulating all along. This time Tobias Stefan will not lose the stick, I am sure. And again, Andreas Sambull, one of the quickest men in the ice, and that's not Bull, I'm sorry. It's Danny all his time, but the same objective also applied to the Cloten Flyers forward. So time for a quick break. Evander Kane in for long shift, working as a power forward. He's got skills, but he finishes the check. He does a tremendous offensive pressure.
There we see Dennis Hollenstein. He plays for the Cloten Flyers for the Swiss national team. He's an excellent player. They're talking it over on their bench. There's no panic from the Swiss right now. They have themselves an excellent tied game right now, going into getting up to around the halfway mark through the second period. Of course, that means halfway through the game, you're still even with Canada. Don't forget, whatever team wins this game tonight jumps up into first place in their respective group. Momentarily, of course. But so it's extremely important at this point to put the points in the bank, as they say, as we're coming up to ending the preliminary round. John Tavares for Canada goes for the face-off, loses it to the Swiss. Swiss are working it around the back of the net. But go!
Wow, back of the crease, Jaggles in a very dangerous way. Jeff Skinner trying to win with skating dexterity. The puck is thrown back again. That's the tap-in and a baseball-style attempt with the reverse side of the stick.
And once again, it's the Jeff Skinner, Eberle, Tavares line that are driving the Swiss crazy, creating huge amounts of opportunity.
So we got the two most offensive lines on both sides. This is Kevin Romy and Brunner's line for the White Weathers, and it's a penalty again. It's delayed a control, which is made by Jordan Eberle. Lucas Biza, the Anaheim Ducks. No, you don't have to react and descend like that. You might make your trouble a bit bigger.
That right? It might go from a 2-minute to a 4-minute penalty. Who knows right now? So Lucas Biza, he's got himself a 2-minute penalty for slashing. Let's see how it develops. Right there, watch, coming in on Jeff Skinner.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a push. Anyway, I always trust the referees to see that.
John Tavares right there, instead of trying to work it back into the middle of the crease, should have took a quick snapshot upstairs.
Panov, it's a very good first attempt. Goes to Tobias Stefan again. The puck passes through Panov, a slap shot, a one-timer, very good one by Ryan Getzlaff. Getzlaff again, trying to open up the space. Skinner on the wrong end of a very strong heat, and Captain Stride, not a very good clearing. What you want there is to reach the far corner.
This Canadian power play seems to be more energetic than the last one, but as well, the penalty killing from Switzerland is meeting the match right now. They're breaking up the Canadian play in the mid-ice area. It bounces down into the Swiss zone. The Swiss have, the D-men have the puck in the center right down to the other end of the ice. Both teams going for changes on the fly.
The checker line is in for the Swiss team. So Matthias Seger, Benji plus Daniel Rubin Traxler completed with now there's Andreas Sambu. Very good choice. Very good choice. Have a look how the white number 10 chases the puck. Now he has to go to the bench, but normally what he does in penalty killing unit, he goes forward and delays any kind of transition of skate or skating. Work again by for Tobias Stefan. Oh, careful, you don't want to get a second one. Andreas Ambul is still on the ice. I thought he went to the bench. A one-timer again by Dion Panov. That's what you need, the number 10, the first liner, into together with the checker line as usual. He drives the puck there to lose pressure seconds, not shy to get a hit.
Excellent work from Tobias Stefan. The big Canadian scoring line is out there right now. Nugent Hopkins has the puck, moving it around to the front, but it bounces out over the Swiss area. Teams are back at full string, just under 10 minutes left in the second period.
And straight after the penalty, Lucas Biza comes in, classic. Now he takes advantage of that and goes straight to the replacement bench. And Félicien Dubois having extra time on the ice. Well, we haven't seen much of Bernard Benton and Ivo Ruteman yet. There we see very good one-timer by Félicien Dubois. It needs no adjustment. The puck is a clean win for the Americans now. They want a quick entrance into the attack zone, and they have it. Traxler now moves faster there. Benji Plus making his very good work for checking now, back checking, because the puck is lost and there's an offside call. And a bit of a reaction by Andrew Ladd, so things look a bit nervy on both sides. We see Sutter, and on his right side, Guy Boucher, fresh of elimination with the Vancouver Canucks.
Well, you know, Canada comes with a huge amount of talent here, but it depends a lot on the coach.
Tampa Bay line, I'm sorry.
It depends on the coach to gel these players together. Oftentimes, you have to be able to pick the number of the players who can get along with one another and who have complementary playing styles, and it's not always so easy.
But this year probably it is even more complicated because you have no limit of time. You cannot apply until 2 hours before the grand final if you want to, but you have to think really deeply if you wanted to wait or have your roster completed. Pretty soon to gel up, and I got another powerful shot off the target by Dion Panov. The puck is just touched but not controlled by the defense, and there is another call.
The Canadians momentarily were saying to the referees that it was an intentional delay of game, and it may be a penalty. It is.
Not much ice and not much luck for the current veteran Ivo Ruteman. Oh yes, from your defensive zone, if you throw the puck outside the ice, it is a delay of game. So
you can obviously bounce it off of the glass. Sure. But when it becomes obvious that you're throwing the puck out of the playing area on purpose, that's called a delay of game penalty, and that's 2 minutes. And unfortunately, it happened to Switzerland. And once again, they are into a penalty situation. Canada is probably smelling another goal, knowing that this could be right their moment. We'll see if Canada gets their power play organized this time.
Face-off lost, benches far, so very dire moment for the Swiss. They can benefit of 20 seconds lost. Good chasing, very good chasing by Roman Vick. He can't prevent an entrance in his own third, but he chased the puck very well, and not surprised to see that Andreas Ambul is in again for the first PK unit. Now, the second liner normally comes in with a PK unit together with the 3 guys coming from the checker line. So Roman Beek, Benjamin Kroos, and Andreas Ambul heavily involved in the penalty killing duties, and now from the corner. Straight to the other side. Bruno chasing the puck, you never know.
Well, you know, it's a good idea. You know, he was there. If he would have just stopped at that situation, he had Cam Ward, the goalie, with the puck out of his net. Yes. He didn't have to, and that's no problem. You don't go and touch the goalie. If he would have just stopped right there in front of the goalie, he has the goalie with the puck out of the net. Cam Ward can ill afford to get into a situation like that. Last year we saw a number of goalies from a number of teams trying to work the puck maybe too much behind the net.
Think about overhandling sometimes can work against you. Not today probably. Trust that. All with the checker line. Goran Bezina has to chase the puck outside the attacking zone. So penalty time reduced down to 56 seconds. Traxler defending on Ryan Getzlaf, but Getzlaf gets rid of the puck before the physical man comes over. Bezina cleans off the things mid-air, and very well, I would say. Again, a long pass along the board. Tavares closely checked. Captain Stride trying to fetch up a puck. It doesn't come his way. So lovely pass from and to Tavares. Duncan Keith on the blue line. Is it a wrister coming? No, it's a one-timer slap shot by Jordan Eberle. Why a sideway pass, Mark?
Well, because the Swiss obviously looking for a quick break out of their zone. They thought they could get maybe a shot on net, but no, the Canadians said no. Both teams are at full strength. My compliments again to the Swiss. They worked off that penalty. Tobias, Stefan, the Swiss goalie looking very poised in the Swiss net right now.
I guess that Sean Simpson would have preferred a big loop, and that's a reverse assist or even shot. No, I think the Swiss team should go into the corner. Soft dump, soft and smart dump. Jay Bouwmeester. Bouwmeester gives and receives, good combination, but it doesn't work because of the good positional play in the central ice. An assist which is a bit too long to be reached. So teams are back at full strength. Lovely game, high pace.
Good, excellent work by the Swiss team, breaking up the Canadian attack right between the 2 blue lines. Excellent work.
Daniel Bruno puts a puck, doesn't reach the target. Sideways pass, Andrew Ladd, Ryan Getzlaf turning around, putting the puck behind the net. Corey Perry, Evan de Kane, at the end to his line mate. No, doesn't work.
Good opportunity, a possible 3-on-2 for Switzerland right here.
There we go, Damien Brunner again looks for a passing option. That was a bit too adventurous. It's a one-on-one. It is probably the first mistake of a great game from the Zug attack. When you're the last one on the blue line, maybe you better not try to win the one-on-one, because if you get caught off the guard like that, you may be in real trouble.
As well, when you're last man back, don't get fancy.
No, don't. Forget your fantasy, keep it for another moment. And, you know, players like that, they try, they're very adventurous, so you may also expect something like that to happen. And this is a very good idea. There is a corner waiting for the puck there, and there we put it.
And once again, the Canadians come out of their zone. They dump it into the mid-ice area. The Swiss have it and throw the Canadians right back on their heels. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the second period. The game's tied up at 1 apiece.
Duncan Keith combining with J-Bone Mister. So the Chicago Blackhawks superstars under pressure finds the way to give a good assist to the Calgary Flying. Defenseman Jeff Skinner. Jeff Skinner, well checked. There's no infringement. Would I go to the corner? They don't look for a conservative play. They're very offensive. Same the Canadians right now. That's why we are watching a lovely game. What a stop and what a shot by Roman Vic.
Beautiful shot right onto Cam Ward. He got that big right pad out there and stopped it. But the Swiss are looking very good at ending this second period. Canada is trying all it can to get some pressure going. Here's another opportunity for Switzerland.
Very close to the post again. Andreas Sambul, the former NHLer, and another former NHLer, Roman Vic, trying to combine again. Andreas Sambul.
Oh, look at this.
Rob. Roman Vic. Vic again. Looks for a way to establish himself in front of the crease, and that's Niederreiter, closely checked by Luke Shen. Is the puck stationary? The referee doesn't think so. It gets kicked out probably, or hit out somewhere. The puck comes off the scrum. The puck is back to the neutral zone. Kevin Romy. Good control. Stride Romy. And again, El Niño Niederreiter.
Beautiful work by the Swiss team right now. They've got Canada scrambling.
And also good transition game by the Americans. So an aerial dump which travels all the way. So Camward to Dionfanov and back. Mark Meteau. Mark Meteau under pressure by Danny Brunner. There's probably the need for a quick counter-attack or even a clearance for the Canadians. Failed pass. Wow, what an idea. A backhand out of the blue, a backhand centering pass. There's a small conversation close to the Canadian bench, but let's see how, there's 2 minutes. Ryan Getzlaf and Kevin Romy, so the Northern Switzerland and the Anaheim Ducks main attacker having a conversation, but I don't think, well, the puck was somewhere else, so were the video cameras, so I don't think there was anything to that. There we see Daniel Brunner again.
Here's that almost breakaway for Kane. Tobias Stefan coming up big. Here's that last excellent opportunity for the Swiss. Cam Ward making a couple saves here again.
Both very well faking a slap shot, then delaying the shot and tweaking that a little bit to get over the defender's stick. So Kevin Romy driving straight to the net again, and then repositioning behind the net. Very good sequence by Kevin Romy.
Well, excellent end-to-end action in this second period here. Canada so far has not solved the Swiss puzzle.
Not even a minute left in the second period, 50 seconds left to go, and again, probably Sean Simpson may be thinking, why don't we play like that also versus Kazakhstan or Belarus? Why don't we? No, probably he's not thinking about that, because 8 seconds in a game like that are a long time, and there's a bit of a missed pass in the neutral zone, inside the defensive zone. All the guys with the white shirts, the puck is dumped again. 20 seconds, Niederreiter picks the puck up in the air, tries to put it in the crease. Again, there is time for Lucas Biza to try and attack. He knows there's no time for the opponents to cross the building and try something dangerous, so he ventures forward, and again it is Lucas Pisa slapping the pack around, and an excellent second period for both the teams is finished, so back for more in about 9 to 10 minutes. Welcome back for the third and final period of what I rate a very entertaining game, which is still very open. So, can we expect more of that? I mean, more mistakes, more for checking, more what?
First of all, first period, Switzerland comes out, gets a quick goal, goes ahead 1-0. Second period, Canada comes out and gets a quick goal. Let's watch in the first few minutes to see if the same pattern gets repeated. And second of all, I think it is going to become a very wide open game. Both of these teams just have a history of starting to get really end-to-end action going.
So what do you expect the two coaches asking to the defensemen to line up a little bit more closer to centralized, to stay very covered?
I think
they're checking a bit more than before, maybe.
I think Brent Sutter came out and just told a lot of his players in the dressing room between the second and third periods to step up their games. Brent Sutter is famous for getting after his players when they're not producing. For the Canadians, the John Tavares, Eberle, Jeff Skinner line, they're making a lot of opportunities. They're out there right now to start the third period for Canada. Coming up to the opening face-off third period. Here we go.
Tavares and Amboul, and the puck goes to the Sweaters in red, and needed either right for checking hard, not getting in control the puck quick. Good pass coming very quick from behind. Amboul, very soft, smart pass. Leon Panov and Roman Wick colliding. Amboul looking for a gap through the bodies for Richter. Watch out for a counter attack. Here comes to give an extra hand. Must strike the backhand attempt, and that's the score. And that's the score.
Eberle, backhand, puts it up high. Tobias Steffen, he is angry with himself. And what do we see? Third period, quick goal.
Tobias Steffen angry with himself, only with himself?
Well, at this point, yeah. But watch how it gets, how this entire situation develops. Look how much time Eberle has, moving around, goes up top with the backhand. Look how it comes right across the entire ice, slot area.
Also, Lucas Pisa probably losing the balance a little bit, moving from the left to the right.
Well, that's what you always want to do. You want to force that goalie. Goalies hate moving. They just like to get into a position and sit there like a rock. When you force them to move, they know that they're starting to open up spaces behind them, and that's exactly what Eberle did.
Yeah, so Tobias Stefan had to cover the two posts in a stretch of time, which is probably shorter than a couple of seconds. Anyway, it is Canada to Switzerland 1. The worst nightmare for the opening period had happened for the European team. I'm in desperate need for quick redemption. Tobias Stefan to speed up the operations. Trasler conceding an easy and bad turnover. Looking around, taking the time it takes. Severin Blindenbacher. So the Swiss champion waiting for option to come his way, and a good transition. Kevin Romy helping out the defense as usual. Back in the corner, so it's Thibaut Monet, and the reverse stick and a good spin around.
Well, we were saying, Luca, that we could see a lot of end-to-end action. Here's Canada's first line, Eberle coming out in the second period. There's Jeff Skinner. They're getting the big product. John Tavares just about had himself a goal there.
Out of a rebound and out of pressure. This Canadian goal is really Canadian, isn't it?
That's true, absolutely.
Sounds a tautology, but probably there is a meaning in that. So another good entrance in the attacking area by there, right? Good back control, side to side, wide open, backhanded, and there we go with the first offensive face off to the left side of a steal shot to be Stefan.
That's right. Getzlaff, number 15. Canadian captain, he's coming on. He just did his shift. The Canadians have that line that you're looking at right there. They're getting on the board. They're getting the goal production, but Canada has to start spreading that goal production around to other lines.
Very good verb and very good skating back by Matthias Sega, who flicks it up. The back of the stick, and that's another opportunity. Probably there is a penalty call. It's not a probability, it's a slashing call for sure, and that may help the game, if possible, to become even more entertaining. Back checking, Holstein gets slashed by the back checker.
Number 22 from Canada.
Normally back checking action and infraction and infringement are very visible because there is space normally when you check, so you cannot get away with it very easily. So Kyle Quincy taking a seat for 120 seconds.
This is an excellent opportunity. This is exactly what Switzerland wanted, to get themselves onto a power play early in the third period when there's not that much pressure on them that they have to get a goal, where they have to risk. This is the moment where they should try and get 3, 4, 5 good shots on net.
Ambull from Blindenbacher to Ambull, and again to Max Streit. A very good Rista. Can't manage to keep the puck in, so everything has to be restarted again. Weak to Ambull. Roman Beek, one-timer from Severin Blindenbacher. The Lions Zurich defenseman, nice keeping, it's not that nice. The puck went outside the blue line, to the full disappointment of this very nice supporter, and for the equal disappointment of Mark Streit.
There we see the last good slap shot coming in on the Canadian net. Cam Ward gets his left shoulder out, deflected into the left corner of Canada. Switzerland is still on the power play for 1 minute, 16:30 left in the third period, 2-1 Canada. Excellent opportunity for Switzerland to pull itself even at this point in this game.
All the puck is still in Swiss possession. Felicien Dubois coming away with it. feeding pretty well Damien Brunner. Damien Brunner opens up. Goran Bezina. Goran Bezina coming from behind to reopen the game and tie up.
Look at how we're going to have a look at it again. This is classic, good hockey. Bezina's out there. And who was with him? Brunner, number 96. Probably got himself an assist. Goran Bezina gets redemption for that penalty he took earlier in the game. Here we see how it develops. The Swiss come out, moving the puck from the left over to the right, forcing Camward right back into the center. Camward's moving. Then he has to go back to the center again. Goran Bezina, right there. He's got it.
Kevin Remy, what a velvet pass. So Goran Bezina does need no adjustment to top it in. Again, number 88, Kevin Remy. This is a powerful, very powerful line. What a piece of attacking. And again, there's no cliche which says that the last man entering the area is the most difficult one to defend against. Is it a cliche or technical reality?
It's technical reality. Absolutely. Here comes Canada right back.
Jeff Skinner.
The big production line for Canada is out there.
Oh yes, you put your body on the line, you stop the puck like that. It's not an infringement, it's just a puck stop.
Rubin caught that slap
Daniel
shot from
Rubin.
Skinner.
That's Daniel Rubin, line down. Looks to be a serious thing because he's not the kind of guy who likes to spend extra time down with the face on the ice.
Looks like he got contact up in the face around his left cheekbone. But not to worry, in this stadium, there is an up to the technology medical clinic. If any player needs assistance, they have x-ray equipment right in the stadium. Rubin looks like he did get cut. Slap shot probably bounces off the stick right up in the face.
Oh no, I really sympathize nearly physically.
Watch, it goes off his stick. Up to the face.
Oh, that's a very nasty one. This is a very nasty one. I hope to see him back. The replacement bench, but sincerely, my friends, I don't think so. So there's a restart from J. Bowmister, which is deflecting Tavares, waiting, trying to give support to his D department. Sideways again, Bowmister.
I predict that Rubin, number 40 for Switzerland, will be back. He'll probably get a few stitches. They sting when pucks come up like that. They sting. Yeah, you do get cut. He'll be out for a couple of shifts. He'll get a few stitches put in right now. But hockey players, when it's big games are on the line, they come back. It's difficult to keep players of that caliber off the ice.
Well, the hope is that the deflection took a bit of drive away from the puck before the collision. With the head of the Swiss forward, so sharp in the face-off area, and Nino Niederreiter, so a high percentage of NHL in the ice in this moment. Tavares touching the puck and pushing it forward. Tries to budge his way through, stride, spins around, uses the board, which is very well covered. Then again, look out for a dangerous attack. Sharp.
There's going to be a penalty against Sharp. He came in, he had contact on the Swiss goalie. Tobias Steffen up around the mask, maybe in the face area or around the neck.
So that Chicago Blackhawks superstar may be penalized. Is that 2 minutes for slashing? Yes, it is 2 minutes for slashing. Normally referees are very, very strict about this. So we see that all, so full of drama.
Here we see it again, how watch after the shot comes in.
And the second whack is absolutely penalized, visible and penalized. First attempt, and then there was no intent to harm. He thought the bouncing puck could be a good scoring occasion. That's what, but it's up to the referee to decide. Anyway, contact with the head of an opponent, 2 minutes.
Here we see it again from a different angle. That late slash coming in. Tobias Stefan, the Swiss goalie, that got himself a 2-minute penalty. And Switzerland is again on the power play. They scored on their last power play. Let's see if they're able to pull themselves not only even as they did last time, but ahead.
Bezina and Bruna, combination who contributed so much. The last score on the other side of the ice for the Uruguay. Uruguay, Kevin Romay, watch out for dangerous line. You know, shows. Oh, wow. He's got manual dexterity, doesn't he? Centering pass completed to Igor Ruteman. Igor Ruteman waiting for a puck that he received in this exact moment. Together with the puck, he received the pressure from the opponents. The puck is sent away there. So what did Sean Simpson think? There's been a stoppage and an unlucky one for the Swiss team. So on with the first line again because we had the rest. And the time was about the one of an average shift, about 40 seconds, wasn't it?
This is the moment for the first line to get out there. They want a production of a goal right now. This, as we've talked often, ebb and flow during a game. This is a Swiss moment right now with just over 40 seconds left.
What a Martin Brodeur-esque pass from Tobias Stefan to Mark Stride to a defenseman faltering.
There was a good idea, excellent idea, except the Swiss put themselves offside. Watch. He's already off. He's over the ice, over the blue line.
He was over the blue line before the puck was, so sharply again.
That's called getting ahead of yourself.
Getting ahead, yeah. Nice metaphor. A nice lap shot by Mark Meteau. Evander Kane touches the puck, but doesn't get all of that. Again, Kane trying to keep the puck in the wide defensive area from, that's Roman Wick. Roman Wick waiting for support. The puck is deflected, but Max tries waiting on the left side, very close to the blue line. Again, that's Mark Meteau. Meteau combining with Andrew Ladd. Evander Kane gets the heat in the right.
Teams are playing with full strength.
Vic probably will be the target for this change. No, there's a dangerous line change. Very dangerous line change. Nothing bad happens for the Swiss team anyway. Pretty adventurous moment. Anyway, they needed to go to the bench. I understand that. This is Philip Fourer. Philip Fourer again. Defend forward, the puck is deflected. And it's kept in. The teams are back at full strength since a couple of dozen seconds. So again, a counter-attack. The three red jumpers lined up in the blue line. The center working as a defenseman and good clearing after a dangerous rebound. 2-on-2 and a score. A 2-on-2 and a score.
That comes from Getzlaff, the captain for Canada, number 15, pulling Canada ahead, 3-2.
Yeah, right after a very good attempt on the other side of the building.
We're going to have a look at that. I want to see the angle that Tobias Stefan, the Swiss goalie, had on that. There's the scramble in front of the Canadian net. Here come the Canadians. Watch the angle of Tobias Stefan.
Is that the final?
Yeah, I think he was just a little bit off with his angles. The angles being how you come out to cut down the angles. Let's have a better look at it one more time.
Yeah, because the first defenseman gave priority to deny a centering pass.
Exactly. What in that situation, what happens is when it's a 2-on-1 type of situation, the defenseman takes the other attacker, and the goalie comes out to challenge the puck carrier. Okay? I think maybe what happened there was that maybe Tobias Stefan was a little bit off on the angle of how he came out to challenge Getzlaff. And that just goes to show you, at this level of hockey, a few degrees of the angle that you get wrong, that gives just enough space for these snipers to get their shot through.
That sends the memo 24 hours back. Well, again, this finishing the war, putting a shot in. Rito Berra had a solid game, very solid season and game, but sometimes he looked a bit shy to come off, to skate forward, to take the space away. And he takes confidence. I fully understand this. It is a young and talented goaltender, as traditionally Switzerland produces. Goran Bezina again.
Oh, just about getting the equalizer
So
for
close.
Switzerland.
Kevin Rome's spirited performance by the newly acquired Geneva Servette forward who played this season. Now Lugano getting a soft touch.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Offside again.
And an offside call.
Right there. I have a feeling that there's a goal in the air for Nino Niederreiter.
Don't try any lip reading because you learned a bit of English. So that from his lips.
Here comes Bezina again. He got himself a goal earlier on. Centering pass just a little bit off.
Kevin Romy was there, well positioned, very close to the crease with the stick down, but man, good defensive indeed. So Ryan Suter and Ibusha, they have to say something to their guys. It is Suter talking well, Ibusha.
Here we see again the last Canadian goal. Gets that coming up on the right-hand side of the ice. There's the slap shot getting by the right-hand side. Let's have a look at it again. Yeah, it's hard to say. It was a good shot.
Well, back checking there, you put pressure on a guy which is very big and tall, because you clearly saw that Kessler didn't rush, he didn't sprint, very confident. He knew that he had no challenge from behind. If you got a bit of back checking there with a guy of such a size, you really probably put pressure, you take quality off his shooting.
This is the big Canadian goal production line is out there right now. Tavares, Eberle, and Skinner. Puck is dumped right back into the Swiss area behind the Swiss net.
Lucas Biza 1 week calls for a change. The puck is kept in, but it's time for a nice counter-attack, or attack, should we say, but the Canadians, bit of a Swiss team seemed to be a little bit out of focus, maybe a bit shocked by the last score.
Well, it's always tough, you know, to claw your way back into a game. This is what the Swiss had to do last night against the Finns as well, and always trying to come back.
Kevin Romy, while Roteman tries to go straight to the net. Puck is sent back. Goran Bezina skating back, using his hips to protect and check Ivo Roteman. And Brunel protecting the high slot. Again, Félicien Dubois attaching a nice pass. Very good performance by Kevin Romy. Goran Bezina from the left side with the left stick. Watch out for Van der Kane again. Max tried checking closely the puck. Close to the hash marks. Meto remains there to give an option. Nice steal. Missed pass. And a steal by Max tried. Back in the neutral zone. Sideways. And again a deflection by Tobias Stefan. So Ryan Murray stays on the line to receive the puck, but it's not destined to him. Andrew Ladd and Teddy Purcell. Teddy Purcell leaves a dangerous puck to Dennis Olestein. This was a good action. but it's again Tony Purcell. Ryan O'Reilly. Roman Wick. Center to right. Good suggestion. Cam Ward does the right thing. He puts the glove in the white. Both the back for an offensive face-off to the trading team.
Well, here we have it, just over 7 minutes left in the third period. We're coming up to crunch time for Switzerland. They made Sean Simpson, the Swiss head coach, may have to start juggling a few lines, looking for that magic combo. Let's see how it's been going so far in the game. There's the opening goal from Brunner, right quick in the first period.
In again, Tavares finding a small gap to send it back into the net again. That's the equalizer. And Ryan Gessler taking his time and charging a big shot. A big shot. A little bit of back check. Maybe.
Ryan Gessler, so far in this tournament, you've seen his stats. He's got the winning goal so far, the third goal for Canada tonight. And he had time to tee it up.
Roman Wick puts a good wrister looking for a rebound. And again, he has to skate back. Roman Wick floating forward, helping the defense. Chasing the puck hard. Andreas Sambu, he goes to the other side. He really checks so hard. What a performance by this medium-sized forward. Straight. Oh yes, a bit daring. Is it?
Very dangerous situation. It's just a one-goal game, something like that. A blind pass out in front into the general area in front of your net is not something you want to do too often.
Kevin Rumi finishing the wide, fakes and keeps driving through. Very good assist from the wing. Very offensive defenseman, Mark Meteau. Van der Kane dumps it deep into the corner. Again, Kevin Rumi doesn't settle down the puck, but keeps chasing, surrounded by two Canadians. Possession is maintained. Watch out for Gordon Vezina. He faked the slap shot, then he went on with a wrister. Again, the puck is kept in. That's a dangerous one. There was no screening on Cam Ward. Wow, again, this is the fourth shot in less than 1 minute and less than 6 minutes left to go. And the final period, back in the neutral zone. So territory is in favor of the European team. Roman Wick chasing, getting in touch, to say the least, with Jay Bomista. Again, the puck is kept in for a watch out for a 2-on-3. No, the three white shirts line up very well on the blue line. Very good covering defense. Niederreiter sends it deep to the free corner on the other side. This is an icing. There we go with the face-off.
We're going to see that last action once, twice, 3 times. Then we finally get the shot coming in. Obviously, Vezina was waiting for another teammate to get in front of the net, set up a screen, or trying to get a tip in.
And the puck is not a neat wing, but what it takes to the Canadians to push it forward again and to keep it in the attacking zone. All around behind the net, Tavares closely checked by Mark Streit. Puck circulating, low again, and dangerous attempt. There must be some free surface, but it's time to dump again, according to Niederreiter's thinking. So fresh body on the ice for the Swiss team.
As time ticks down in this last period, the Swiss are going to be forced to start opening up the play, trying to risk. Sooner or later as well, if the score doesn't change, they're going to have to pull the goalie out of the net as well. We're going to see what happens in these last 4 minutes left in the third period, 3-2 Canada.
Thibaut Monet in front of the crease, and Brunner trying to provide him a puck. It goes back all the way down behind Tobias Stefan. Kevin Romy going to the bench together with the dangerous line. Kevin Romy, Thibaut Monet, Damon Brunner. Sean Simpson, is that encouragement? No, that's dissenting by Brian Suter. He probably said, I called a timeout, he didn't hear me. Maybe
that, or he was saying maybe that it wasn't an icing call, that it was touched, that the puck was touched before bringing it all the way down.
Yeah. No timeout, cool.
Why is he going on about that? Because Brent Sutter, he knows the importance of face-offs coming up in these last 3 minutes, because it's still just a one-goal game.
Andrew Leb puts it deep in the corner, going to take a seat. Footer slaps the puck around the ice, behind the net. Roman Beek, before getting the puck to Roman Beek, takes Dennis Oller's time to get in possession of the puck. Now, Hollenstein, the puck is lost. But it is, the loose puck is picked up again by the defending team. 3 minutes left. Meto chasing the puck. Now it takes very good communication between the goaltender and the defenseman. A miscommunication could really prove very costly. Roman Beek battling hard and pushed out again by Mark Meto. And Bull. And again on Bull. He touches the puck but can't manage to get hold of that. Mark Streit. Swiss and New York Islanders captain out in the neutral zone. A nice steal. Niederreiter, Kevin Romy. He finds himself over the puck, but he finds also the way to get back and recover and maintain it. Very good opening. Goran Bezina again. He's spoiled a little bit his game with this penalty, but how well he's playing. He can't manage to hold the puck in. Oh, there's the covering. He was well covered, but line maintenance in one. So Claude Flyers. D-man gives veteran Ivo Utman the chance to attack again. So it's a 2-on-2 and a dangerous one indeed.
Eagerly again coming in, buzzing around the Swiss net.
Wow, Damien Brunner, and Dion Panov takes care of him. He does it well. Tavares, the puck changing on the neutral zone a couple of times. So 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Streit back for a desperate move, and this is an icing call. When you have to rush the things and force the things, you're more likely to do mistakes.
That's right. After this face-off, the Swiss are able to get a face-off down in the Canadian zone. Tobias Stefan will probably be pulled out by Sean Simpson to get that 6th attacker in. It's coming up to about that moment in the game.
Now the key factor is, where is the face-off? What Sean Simpson wants is an offensive face-off. He can't take the goalie off until the puck is there, or either if you have to, you take the goalie off anyway. But what you want, it's a matter of seconds before the Geneva Servette goaltender goes to sit nervously there. He's waiting for the right moment now. Now he's gone. Extra man in for the Swiss team. Duncan Keith penalty. Now the net is dislodged. I saw a little interference. Is that only me? Probably yes. Probably it is. The puck is dislodged, but the face-off is up there.
Now just over 50 seconds left in the third period. This was a full good goalie, getting their sixth attacker out there. Sean Simpson calls the timeout, calls his troops around him, explaining exactly what he wants them to do out there. What you're trying to do is, since you've got 6 on 5, you want to free up your best shooter in his best position. You want your, it's called your trigger man. You want your trigger man to get into his classic position, move the puck around, open up space for him, and get the good shooting opportunity for whoever your trigger man is going to be out there. I'm going to put myself way out on a limb right now. I say it's Niederreiter time, and I think that the goal is going to come for Nino Niederreiter right now. We'll see in a few seconds if it comes true.
So there you got it. Yeah, I'm very curious about that. This is more or less the first line. Lars Andreasen, Bull, more or less. Here we go. Bull, empty net. And again, Duncan Keith. He knows how precious seconds are. Normally he's very good at manufacturing offensive opportunities, but I'm sure he would content to send the puck.
Swiss doing an excellent job keeping the face-off in the Canadian zone.
That was the first thing to do. Duncan Keith. The puck is in the neutral zone, which is a big result for the Canadians. Empty net, goal denied, 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Kevin Romé. Well positioned. Damien Brune has to skate too far away. Roman Big chasing the puck. There is still time for everything to happen. Looking desperately for the equalizer. Kevin Romé needs to take the puck quickly off the scrum. Time is over. Canada 3, Swiss 2. Great game on both sides, I would say. And either we lucky or we always find very good games in this championship 2012.
Well, it is the championship 2012, so you do expect obviously really good hockey. Canada again being hamstrung, almost hamstrung by the Swiss. A very close game. The Swiss playing back-to-back games against Finland and then Canada. Very, very difficult situation. Now we're coming up to MVP time for the, and Luca, what are your picks?
Your couple of picks. I would say there's a bet to Nova anyway. A great game again by Damien Brune on one side. I would say Damien Brune and St. Goran Bazina, an avoidable penalty, but a great game as well. What do you say?
For Canada, Getzlaff. For Switzerland, I would say Niederreiter.
The best player from Team Switzerland, number 13, Félicien Dubois.
Félicien Dubois, good pick. Defending very well. The attack.
The prize is
very good.
Pius David
Very good feed to the goal department.
Swiss Ice Hockey Association.
Very good pick. Clotham Flyers.
Kanadan paras pelaaja, best player from Team Canada, number 14, Jordan Eberle.
Jordan Eberle on the other side. We have to agree. It's not easy because you have too many to choose from. Anyway.
Wasn't that what I said before?
I can't remember really.
IIHF Vice President.
I can't remember really. So my dear friends, thanks again for being with us. Back for more. Check the schedule. We got plenty of ice hockey to see, to watch together in the next few days.
It was great being with you here tonight again.
Bye-bye. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Ja laukaukset maaliekohtiin kolmannessa erässä. Sveitsi 14, Kanada 8. Shots on goal in the third period. Team Switzerland 14 shots, Team Canada 8 shots. Laukaukset maalia kohti koko ottelussa. Sveitsi 30, Kanada 30. Shots on goal in the entire game. Team Switzerland 30 shots, Team Canada 30 shots. ja vuoden 2012 MM-kisat jatkuvat huomenna ottelulla USA Valko-Venäjän kello 16:15. The 2012 IIHF World Championship will continue tomorrow with the afternoon game USA Belarus. Welcome.